Taipei, and today we are going to Guang Hua Digital Plaza. Just to show you in relation to everything, this is Taipei 101, this is Xining Night Market here, and Taipei Main Station is right here. So we're going to get there on the blue line of the MRT at the Zhengshao Xingshan number 1 exit. We're going to walk up a little bit ways through a little bit of a neighborhood here, and then we're going to get to the 2 different buildings. It's very interesting. One's new, one's old. Let's do it. If you think this entrance looks a little familiar, that's because it's been in one of my other videos. It was in the Huashan 1914 Creative Park YouTube video. If you haven't seen that, take a look at it. In that video, it was also under construction, except it was the walkway that was under construction, and now that that's finished, they did the entrance. And so we can't actually get out of here, but if you are to come here in the future, this is where you would get out, at this particular exit. Like I said in my last video, it looks like all of Taiwan is under construction for some weird reason, or Taipei. Every single place I go to, I went to Beito, I came here. There's a couple of other videos where there's some kind of construction. I just went to Ningxia Night Market, and it was under construction too. So I think it's a good thing. At least they're getting it all done while there's not a lot of visitors. So when all you guys come back here, everything will look nice, everything will look clean, everything will be new, it'll be awesome. But right now, it's a little bit of a hassle. So in the 1914 Creative Park video, we went the opposite way down the street, and now we went up the street and took a left into here. And so pretty much this area before the Digital Plaza is kind of an extension of it. There are some snacks that you can have, and there's also a lot of electronic stores that sell a lot of the same things. So in this area, even in the Digital Plaza, the type of things that you're going to get are computer parts, photography gear, video games, otaku culture types of things, a lot of KTV equipment, if you need a mic, if you need lighting, if you need CCTV types of things, you can find it here. You can find anything. So as you can see, it already started here. This first store here was a photography store, had a lot of camera stuff in it, a lot of action camera stuff, and then all this is like, what? Camera cases and memory cards and things like that. If you need that kind of stuff, it's here. It's kind of interesting how this area came to be. Really close by is the National Taiwan University of Technology, and so it kind of developed from there because all those people needed a place to buy all those computer parts. So it started off as those vendors selling to those students, and then it's kind of grown into what you see today. It still definitely has all those kind of like weird, obscure computer parts, but it also has a bunch of like otaku culture things kind of woven into it. Apparently it was a little bit more seedy in the past. I've heard that there was a lot of pornography in the area. That is nowhere to be found now. Sorry to say, to break some of your hearts out there, but it's a lot cleaner now. If you saw in that street, there's just a bunch of snack areas there. Some green onion pancakes, some cartwheel cakes. You saw the boba place at the fair. First boba sighting of the video. And yeah, that little area is pretty cool for picking up little snacks here and there. On this next street, there's a bunch of food. Like there's like a KFC and a bunch of other restaurants if you wanted to get something to eat. There's actually a lot of food in this area. I guess. Come to think of it. But this is pretty much the main way everybody goes to get to these Digital Plaza. You can see it now, that big oval looking building there. This here is a new building that I don't even know about that much. I think it's actually going to be something really lame. I heard it's going to be like an insurance building, so right now it looks kind of cool. You're thinking it'll add to the neighborhood and it'll be kind of in that kind of technology vein, but it might just be a boring insurance company building. sad to say. But yeah, you basically walk through this neighborhood and then you stay at this stoplight. And so, like you can see, it's a street that you're walking on, yeah, but you can be in the middle of the street. Look at this guy, he's crazy. Sometimes they just don't care. Gotta love Taipei. They got all those characters. Basically, if you see an old person, be wary because they are probably gonna do something shady. No. Gross generalization much? Yeah, a little bit. But every time I see somebody who does something that is kind of out of order, it's gonna be an old person. So if it's like, if somebody's cutting in line at the MRT, or if they're crossing the street when they're not supposed to, or if they're, standing on the left side of the escalators when you're not, the left side of the escalator, if you didn't know, is kind of like the fast track, and if you want to stand, you stand on the right side. It's probably an old person, I'll give them one. I'll give them one. They do shady stuff like that, but they are also the most friendly. I'm not saying young people are friendly, but they will be way more outspoken to you or nice to you. Like, I was on a plane once, and okay, random story. I was on a plane once, and I met, coming back to Taipei from somewhere, I met this Taiwanese uncle and auntie, and then they just kept on feeding me fruits. And then by the end of the plane, they're like, "Yeah, we like you. Give me your number." And then they wanted me to. Teach their niece or nephew or something like that English, and I turned it down. But like, that's the type of stuff you'll get. You'll get like really weird, shady stuff, or like the nicest, most giving people. So mixed bag. I redeemed myself on that one, right? Yeah. So this is the older building, and then the one that you saw before is the newer building. So this was the one that's been there for a long time, and I don't know how long this has been around for, but it's got all the nicer, newer, cooler stuff. Cooler is a relative word. The things in the older building have some cool shops in them as well. I think they're cool. But this is like the otaku stuff. So if you like anime, chances are there's some anime stuff here for you. I was here once, and there was like a maid cafe, or a Hatsune Miku, I think that's her name. The girl with the blue hair and the ponytails? Hatsune Miku, right? Anyway, they had a cafe for her too. Like, you'll see it. Look, watch. We're inside right now, right? And then, like, I didn't even know this was going on, but I look to my left, and there's like a Demon Slayer photo opportunity thing. So, like, you can't even see it here, but like, they have a sword and a robe, like his green checkered robe, like you see it in the lady's hands there a little bit. And you can like pretend like you're chopping that big boulder in half, like in the anime. And that's just there. And then like I saw this thing, I was like, whoa. There's like a JoJo anime thing. No, and you can sit there with all of them. No one wanted to take pictures here. Like, everybody wanted the Demon Slayer stuff, and then there was nobody who wanted to take a picture at that. Personally, I don't even know much about JoJo. I just know that they post a lot of stuff on Reddit, or people get really, really excited about it. So you can tell me about it. But basically, this bottom floor usually has these types of like seasonal things or pop-up stores. There's a lot of pop-up stores. And like some of the major tech brands, like I think there is a Lenovo and a Sony and an Oppo store on this bottom floor. And then they have this like this Audi pop-up. Yeah, kind of cool stuff. I'm too broke to look at those cars, so I am moving on. Look at it, nice. Do I have 50 grand for a subcompact? Nope. Okay, moving on. Huawei's here. Kind of a controversial store in Taiwan, I would think. But some of their stuff is actually kind of nice. This is the escalator to go up to, like, I think there's 5 more floors, 6 more floors with smaller shops. And, like, they have, like, a DJI shop and, like, camera stuff and little gadget stuff. On, like, the 5th or 6th floor, there's, like, video game and, like, a Nintendo store. I think in my last video, I told you guys about, no, in my Guang Hua video, I told you guys about, like, these egg pancakes carts that are everywhere, and then this one had a really long line. I'm gonna turn back. Otaku stuff. Hey, what is that? Notepad with Hatsune Miku on it? Give me one. Give me 5. No, this is the pancake place. That's this one over there. And a Starbucks, because you need your Frappuccino when you're looking at Attack on Titan cardboard cutouts. It is October and it is pumpkin spice latte season. I am basic like that. I am getting pumpkin spice lattes during the fall. And I'm happy to say that they do have them here. I've gotten like 5. I haven't hit my peak yet. I'm not sick of it, but I will be soon. And that's good because fall is almost halfway over. It's still kind of warm, as you can see, like everybody's still kind of wearing shirts and stuff. So I didn't really want to... I wanted to show you guys the older building, but I didn't want to go through all of the floors. I can do that some other time. But also in this courtyard too, like there's usually some kind of like beer cart or something like to hang out outside on weekends. There's usually something like that going on. Backside of the construction. It's a huge building, man. I don't know. Going into this building, it's a little bit rough around the edges. It's you can see it. It's a little bit older, you know. It's been around for a while, but it's got like all the more obscure stuff, like little electronic bits and stuff. You can see here though that they kind of hound you to like sell stuff to you. If you're a foreigner like me, they'll just look at you and be like, I don't want to deal with you, and then they won't hand anything to you, like a couple of these guys that you see on the right. But I don't know, you might get hounded. Like they might try and talk to you or give you flyers and stuff. Depending on how you feel about that, that might not be a deal breaker, or might shy you away from this place. But I changed my tune. I think you should come here. Don't be afraid. These people will not talk to you. It's fine. They're gonna look at you and say, I'm not gonna sell a laptop to this guy. He won't buy it. This is the food court here. I forgot to mention that there is a food court in the newer building as well. And we're gonna turn around and you're gonna see the escalators here. And that's about the end of it. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you come here someday. If you have any other questions, leave it down in the comments down below, and I'll be seeing ya.